Hi, good morning. This is Hot Yoga Joy. Welcome to your daily joy. And this is day 54, I believe, of my 100-day challenge. And I'm just finishing up yoga, hence the hot yoga face. And so yesterday, so I want to talk a little bit about my 100-day challenge and why we're here and what's going on here. So initially, I was starting a 100-day challenge, and it was for a particular affiliate program that I was going to do. So I was going to be watching a module a day and doing homework and practicing and preparing a like an internet marketing strategy. And since the 100 days, what has come up is finding what is most important and what I most want to be focusing on. And so anytime, there's something that you're working on that's long and drawn out and may take a long time, things change, things come up, and you identify what is most important at that time. And so things come up and go by the wayside, and you have to figure out, is this something that I want to be focusing my attention on? And we have to be willing to adjust and be flexible as things come up. So for me, what came up was, I don't think this is most leveraged for me right now. It may be leveraged for me later, but right now it is, I'm going to be focusing my attention on other things. However, I will continue on this 100-day challenge sort of in a different way. So part of my intention of doing this is to document what comes up when you do something for 100 days. Because things come up all the time. And so how do we deal with that and continue along our path so that we can reach our goals? And so, finding how and the tools that we can use to stay in alignment with our dreams over time. It's like the New Year's resolution. It's like a very small percentage of people who actually achieve their New Year's resolution. And so as we go through this 100-day challenge, we're learning what are the hot tips that we can use to ensure that whether it's a New Year's resolution or something that is just really important to you, that you actually achieve it and enjoy your life along the way. Bonus. So yesterday we talked about cobwebs and cleaning out the cobwebs. So today is hot tip number 54. I hope I have all my numbers right. I'm just going to trust that I do. Is cleaning out the cobwebs. So what are the cobwebs? Cobwebs can be emotions that aren't dealt with. Maybe it's a conversation that you need to have that you haven't had. Anything that you've sort of buried and have been unwilling to look at. And so the reason that it's important to clean out the cobwebs is because it's the iceberg analogy that I use all of the time. So 10% of the iceberg is above the water and 90% of the iceberg is below. And for us as human beings with our brilliant mind up here, only 10% of us is actually conscious. 90% of us is unconscious or subconscious, below our conscious awareness, and that is what is actually driving our iceberg, as it were, through our waters. And so what's under there in that 90% is the hardwiring of our computer program, which is our brain. And so and that's where our emotions live. That's where the hardwired emotions and patterns and programs live. And so it's important to clean out the cobwebs because those are the cobwebs. Once we clean those out, we actually have more access to our conscious thought than if we leave everything hidden and submerged underwater. And so one of the ways that I clean out my cobwebs is by practicing yoga. And the most important part of that sentence is actually the practice. It's not doing yoga. It's not getting into a particular pose. It's not having a hot body. It's actually practicing a behavior consistently on a regular basis. And one of the cool things with yoga is that it physically releases the cobwebs. And so even if I've got stuff that is stuck, when I practice yoga and I practice certain positions and I hold them, there's actually a physical releasing that happens. And I imagine it happens with other forms of exercise as well. And so my consistent practice of yoga helps me release emotions that are stuck. It helps me have access to more of my conscious mind, and it gives me better ability to do other things in my life that also support cleaning out the cobwebs. So that is our hot tip number 54 today, is clean out your cobwebs. Figure out what is a good way for you to do that. My way is yoga, and my green smoothies also helps clean out my cobwebs. So what is that for you? If you want to join me over in my Facebook page, facebook.com/followjoyhansen, and let's talk about it. What are the ways that you could use on a consistent basis that are fun? This is very, very important. These things must be fun. The only reason I practice yoga is because I absolutely am obsessed with it and I love it. The reason I don't go to the gym, because I hate it. I hate it. I might like it more now with, maybe some bicep curls, but for the most part, I hate going to the gym. And so, you have to find that thing that really lights you up. Otherwise, it is not sustainable, which is another hot tip for another day. So, hot tip, hot yoga, clean out your cobwebs, and let's talk about what that is for you. Hope you have a fabulous day. Make it a fabulous day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I'll be live 10 a.m. Monday through Friday with hot tips leading up to hot tip number 100. Wonder what that's going to be. Have a good one. Bye.